Hi guys, it's been a while since I've added new gloves to my rotation. The F-Lights that I loved so much back when I did the Sim Racing Glove Roundup are looking more than a little worse for wear. Unfortunately, here in the UK, they are now quite hard to get hold of, so I thought I'd try something new. In the summer months, we don't want to be wearing full kart gear, so in this episode, we'll be looking at the Sim Racing Spec Sim Hound racing gloves. Taking a look around the gloves, they look well stitched and use a thin, breathable fabric. The design choices are good with a variety of sizes, colours and designs. Gloves are sized from extra small all the way up to 4XL. You also have the option of using internal or external stitched gloves, and Sim Hound offers a fingerless variety if that is your preference. Here I have both the internal and external gloves to try on, in slightly different sizes. Using Sim Hound's sizing guide, I unfortunately sit between two sizes and can confirm if you're in the same boat, you should probably go the next size up. On the inside of the palms and fingers, the gloves feature these grip panels. If you have ever watched my glove reviews in the past, you probably know that I'm not the biggest fan of these things. But on these gloves, they're actually pretty good. They offer a small amount of additional grip rather than feeling like you have gecko hands. On the index finger, they feature a touch device compatible panel for those of you using your phone or tablet during racing sessions. It isn't the most responsive, but it does the job just fine. Using my various wheel surfaces along with various shifters, I found the gloves stood up pretty well. They aren't quite as lightweight as my previous summer gloves, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare over the hot months, but during some endurance here in April, they feel good without too much heat generation. The grip panels are there and I do feel them a little, especially on the upper palm, and that helps somewhat with keeping a good grip on a wheel without having to hold on for your life. Unfortunately, the smaller sized external stitched gloves were a bit too small to be comfortable for me, and I didn't honestly notice much difference between the internal and external stitched gloves anyway. If you are sensitive to this though, it is nice to have that option. Sim Hound seemed to be one of the few places offering external stitching, and that gives them a few bonus points from me. On the larger gloves, I found the fastening gives them a really nice fit. Of course, though, this is likely to be more subjective depending on the size and shape of your hands. The gloves feel comfortable on formula or round rims using suede, leather or a rubberized surface, so no matter what kind of wheel you're using, they should work just fine and be good for that surface. The leather surprised me a little bit if I'm honest. When I reviewed previous gloves that were using these grip panels, usually they feel pretty terrible on leather. But on this occasion, they offer just enough traction to be useful, but allow you to slide the wheel comfortably between your fingers if you feel the need. Simhound are based in the UK with pricing being in British pounds and tax only being included if you're from that region. Gloves come in at £25 or approximately $32 or €38, depending on currency fluctuations. International shipping looks to be around £6 or $8 extra, which isn't too bad at all. And Simhound does offer worldwide shipping. Of course, you have to consider that you have to pay tax on top of that and potentially some duties. How does this pricing compare to the F-Lights that I have used before? Well, with their limited availability now in this country, it's hard to tell. They range from 16 to £30 over here. So if you can find them in your size, they're probably coming up about the same price now as the Simhound gloves. You might have noticed that I'm sporting some collaboration gloves here. These and more you can pick up from the online store with the gloves or calibration sections. However, if you want your own design, Simhound do offer a custom print service. So if you want to kit out your racing team with equipment, then you can do so. Details of the cost of this service aren't available on the website, so you have to fill out an inquiry form to get more details, but it is nice to have this offered at all, really. Gloves now are part of my sim racing ritual. They help me get in the mood to race and in the zone the moment I fit them. With many of my wheels now featuring white clean materials, they're definitely an optional extra. However, to me now they are part of the racing experience. These gloves feel slightly better than the F-Light gloves I previously used. The suede inner with grip strips gels well with all the surfaces I tested against, and when you get the right size, they're certainly comfortable enough to spend several hours behind the wheel. The sweat wicking isn't quite as good as my previous Roundup winner though, and whilst they score top marks for comfort, I can't necessarily say they stand up as well in the sweltering heat of summer in my tiny sim cupboard. I'll be sure to report back to you on this in August when I do a long-term review of these gloves. For now though, these are a great addition to the sim racing station, and I'll be inquiring about getting some TDSR branded ones in the near future. I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Sim Hound racing gloves. If you have, don't forget to leave a like. If you use these gloves yourself, don't forget to leave a comment in this video. It'd be great to get other people's perspectives on this product. If you like what I'm doing on the channel, don't forget to mash that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, I'm going to glove up and do some racing. Bye bye for now.